Thank you for joining us for user experience number 4, creating scorecards. The learning goals for this section are to understand the predictive capability of combining prophecy assessment results into a scorecard for nurses. This section is specific for RNs, as it does include having completed at least one behavioral assessment, clinical exam, and situational interpersonal competence. The situational interpersonal competence is exclusively for RNs, and therefore a scorecard can only be created for nurses. In this short training, we'll focus on how to create a scorecard, what the components are of a scorecard, as well as the P1 score for prediction of job success. Once a nurse has completed all 3 components of the prophecy assessment, behavioral, situational, and clinical, you have the ability to create a prophecy scorecard. Simply log into your prophecy account and search for your test taker within the Manage section. Once we find the test taker, we're going to click on their name to open up the record. It does initially open into the completed assessments where we can see the individual situational assessment results, clinical results, as well as the behavioral results. And you do have the ability to click on any of these hyperlinked scores to open individual results pages. However, the power of prophecy is being able to predict job success by combining each of these 3 components into one P1 score, or predictive index of job success. This is based on our years of research and the statistical weighting of each one of these components based on their predictive capability. To create a scorecard, simply click on the Scorecards tab, and within this tab, we're going to select the blue button, Add Scorecard. This is going to walk us through adding each component of the scorecard that's necessary to create this file that's pulled together for the one predictive index. So we're going to first select the behavioral assessment that's completed, and it's going to take us directly into selecting the situational assessment. For the scorecard, we always want to include the interpersonal competence. However, if your nurse did complete one of the clinical competence videos, such as L&D, Med-Surg, or ICU, you can choose to also include those in the scorecard as well. However, this orange P1 is going to indicate on the interpersonal competence that this is going to be the section that's used to create that P1 score, or that predictive index of job success. We'll simply click Next, and this is going to take us to our listing of clinical exams. In this example, our test taker has only completed one clinical exam, but if your test taker has completed multiple, you have the ability to include as many clinical exams as you'd like. In addition, again, you're going to see for those clinical exams, the orange P1 is going to indicate that that's going to contribute to the prediction of job success. So once we've selected at least the behavioral, the interpersonal competence, and at least one clinical exam, all we have to do is click Create Scorecard, and it's going to create that scorecard for us and pull those 3 assessments together into one file. Here on the Scorecard tab, we can see the name. We can see an A, that this Nora nurse is currently set as an applicant. We can see Nora's P1 score, or predictive index, which is a B. We can see the date that this scorecard was created, as well as who created the scorecard. So if you do combine multiple assessments in different ways, you could certainly create different scorecards for this individual. For example, if Nora were to take an emergency department exam, you would have the ability to create a new scorecard using that assessment. To open up the scorecard, click on the title, and it's going to open up a nice overview page where it's going to show you the Prophecy 1 score, as well as the individual assessment results. Here we can see the scores for the behavioral section, the situational, as well as the clinical. The Prophecy 1 score at the top is going to combine all 3 of those components and let you know that based on these results, this particular person has an 83% chance of really excelling in the nursing role, specifically for med-surg. We'll go into interpretation in one of our advanced sessions. However, we did want to give you a high level of what is pulled within the prophecy scorecard. So this is just the overview page. To open up the full scorecard, you'll click the View PDF Scorecard, and here it's going to create the entire file. So based on how many assessments that they've completed, this will be multiple pages. This one happens to be 22 pages. And it does, again, give us that nice overview page, followed by all of the results for each of the sections. You are able to see all the behavioral results, followed by situational and clinical. Please be sure to watch our advanced training session on how to interpret the scorecard to learn more about using this prophecy scorecard for both employee selection as well as development.